Getting ready for Jesus. Getting ready for Jesus.
Welcome to this video. Thank you for being here. So today we visit the Ecumenical Patriarchate. So it takes us in Istanbul, the city I'm in right now, and as a little history, I used to live there for 5 years. Then I went back to Paris before COVID. COVID happened, so I wasn't able to come back here. Now I'm here. I don't know how long I'm staying, but I've been here for a while. So this church used to be just down where I used to live, so I used to go there pretty much every week, and just I knew something was there, something, a code, something. Just I could watch the ceiling, I would watch the drawings, the illustrations, the symbols, and I was like, okay, a partition in 4. There's always that drawing that keeps being spread into 4 places, the cardinal points maybe. I used to write a class that used to be called Compass. It was a booklet, it was a class, it was something that I actually used in my workshops in Vision School, that you can access when you get into that premium space on my website, and you access a lot more videos, workshops, energy work, ceremonies. Anyway, I went today because I wanted to record something that I actually did now with my knowing. So when I used to go to that church, I used to go sit down, enjoy, look, witness Orthodox Christians, which is very, very different from what I've been used to, which is Catholic Christians. So the way they interact with the relics, the way they actually can touch the relics, kiss the relics one by one. They just light up a candle, they usually cover up, and then they kiss the relics, they touch them. So it's very different also from Protestants, because my dad is Protestant, so I've also been educated in that realm of Christianity, and I've been delving into Gnosticism. I've been delving into the Gospels that haven't been introduced and included in the Bible. So the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, of Mary, of Philip, of Thomas. And the more I connect to those messages, the more I understand that Christianity has something to share. Christianity is not just what I know, it's actually way more. There's Western Christianity and Eastern Christianity, 2 different messages, different methods, different traditions. And witnessing that and connecting with that message has been extremely healing for me, because it is a blend of my spirituality and also the story of the Bible. And welcome back. So what is the Patriarchal Church? It's
dedicated. It's been like the 5th time that a space in Istanbul has been dedicated to the Church of Constantinople. Constantinople is the old word for Istanbul before it got, you know, I mean, it changed names many different times, and some differ about the dates. And you know, some dates have actually been like, okay, this is Istanbul, but people still used to call it Constantinople. So you know, it was also called Byzance before, with the Byzantine Empire. So anyway, I want to just like try to make it super understandable. This is a place where people get trained to become I want to say preachers, but no, it's patriarchs, and then the chosen people that are there and that pray. The service is very, very different. The service, the way the church service is done, but this is a very important place, and you will see, because I'm going to show you the different relics and the different spaces, the different things that exist within that space. And I'm just gonna give you a little bit of history. The Church of Constantinople was founded by Saint Andrew, one of the apostles, and he created that, you know, after Jesus died, and he came and he actually spread the good word, the gospel, the good news, that, you know, the Christ, the Messiah has come and has risen. He resurrected. He was preaching there, and a community was formed. And when Constantinople, so Byzance, became the capital of the Byzantine Empire and the Roman Empire, actually, in 330, because the empire chose Christianity as its religion. The space has been important. It is important, and it will be. So the relics there's a few saints buried there in beautiful caskets of silver and bronze. And we also have a lot of different icons, painted icons, and gilded, you know, surrounded by gold as well. So I'm going to show you a few of them. There's a lot of Madonnas, of course. We're on this Capucine channel, right? And it's a chance to be able to be so close to them. It's a chance to be able to touch them. It's a chance to be able to feel their energy, to be within their aura, instead of venerating them from afar like I've been doing in France, because there's distance. You can offer flowers, you can offer gifts, you can give X photos, but you do not touch, except the one that is representing Sarah Lacali and Sainte Marie de la Mer in Camargue, which is not the Virgin Mary, but she's covered, she's kissed, she's loved, and to touch her as the first Black Madonna that I ever met was quite impressive. And it's not even that it's impressive, it takes you in your heart, because you know they're alive, and that's something that I have to come to terms with. We do know that, we do know, I do believe that everything is conscious, which includes, you know, plants, rocks, crystals, animals. We're all conscious, we all have a soul, we all are going through the state of enlightenment, photosynthesis. We all are going through a growth through life, evolution. And those icons, when we see them from far away, there's a distance and there's a respect and there's a beauty in it. But when you're able to actually get really close, meet their eyes, just like you would hug a friend and see them, look at them in their eyes afterwards, that closeness, it does something. It does something to me, and I got really, really close today, and I was a little bit intimidated, but I was also in adoration, in devotion, and to meet those eyes that have been painted centuries ago, and to sense the energy behind those eyes, and to see that the eyes are following me, that I'm not alone, that I'm meeting someone, that I'm meeting the goddess. And it has something, it does something to you. It shakes my heart, it wakes up my chakra within me, it wakes up my soul, it does something. And I could relate this experience to meeting the hugging saint, Amma, and she's an Indian saint, and I met her in 2011, and I got the chance to hug her, and I was not spiritually awakened, but I was still very connected to my spirituality and to my devotion. Hugging her really gave me a tremor in my heart. It woke up something. It shook me, you know. It's grace. It's a moment of grace, and it's intense union, connection, and I had that today. And I had that in my video where I share with you the Parisian Museum at night, where I met one of it was a copy, but it was still a Madonna. And I was this close to her. I took a selfie with her eyes, and then suddenly the tears came through. So those moments where you get close, I'm looking forward to them, and I'm looking forward to doing more pilgrimages and to meet them on the dates where they are venerated, where you get to touch, where you get to meet, where you get to smell, to sense, to see that she's alive. The Black Madonna is alive. I also had a chance. I did something that I usually do, I always try. I asked someone who was working there if I could sneak into the private space where you're not supposed to go and meet one of those Black Madonnas. And he said to take a photo, and I was, yeah, sure to take a photo. He accepted. I was like, oh my god, VIP area again. Just like my meeting the relic of Mary Magdalene that I shared in my April vlog, I think. April vlog, yes. And I was let into that space where you're not supposed to be and taking the frequency. And the minute I got in front of the Black Madonna, the man who was supervising me in that space, his phone rang, so he exited the church. And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you, Black Madonna, for doing this for me. Thank you, because now he's gone and now I got the space and I'm going to respect it. I'm going to be in devotion, I'm going to be in adoration, but I'm alone. I get to connect with you. I get to film what I want to film. I get to be in a space where I've never been, and I get to be next to you. And energetically speaking, we know that we have a dense body, we have a dense physical body, and that's the densest energy. And then it expands, and it loses the density. And it's that aura that we talk of. So that's like this for objects, crystals, people. And that aura is going to breathe in differently and expand differently depending on the environment. And that's why getting closer and closer allows you to sense the energy, to actually be within the embrace, within the aura, and to be there, even though, you know, it wasn't the strongest icon that I saw. I wanted to be able to be next to her. And there's a lot of different Madonnas in that space, but that's the one that I wasn't able to get close to, so I got there. I got to be on the altar to just hang out on my own, and that was beautiful. Next up, we have something that is very powerful, and I'm going to read you the text so that we can expand on that. So we have a very important relic, and that's called the column of Christ's flagellation, when the Christ was whipped before he carried the cross. One of the most treasured and ancient relics of the Patriarchal Church is this remnant of the column, where Christ was bound and whipped by Roman soldiers during his passion and before his crucifixion. Two other portions are preserved in Jerusalem. So this space, this piece of paper, I didn't really get to it when I was hanging out here, when I was hanging out in that church. For all those years that I've been there every week, because I used to live on top of the hill where the church is. And I would hang out, just like I said, I would hang out, and I knew something was there for me, I just didn't know what. And I love not knowing, not researching. I love discovering from a feeling and a curious and an intuitive sense. I've always done that. And being in that church and just witnessing, of course you're sometimes losing time because you're not knowing where to focus on, and you're just letting yourself touch everything and see. But this place, this column, it's something that has no inscription, no word, nothing. It's just a piece on the wall, and it's open, and you can see a little bit of metal coming out. And I used to just touch it when I was, in the first years of my awakening. I spiritually awakened in Istanbul in 2016 in September, And that's when I started to actually understand and sense my chakras. And so all of my activation codes are here. And so I'm coming back here now, 2021, after 2 years of COVID and of shape-shifting into my life in France. Being back here is extremely powerful because it's doing a lot of back to basics, back to what you're supposed to heal within yourself and like things like that. So being next to that column and remembering how much I touched it and how much I intuitively connected with it and just, you know, put my thumb in there and just let it touch and feeling. I remember feeling so much pain and I would stay there and I was like, what? Is it just energy? Why is it so painful? Why am I still touching it? Why am I still coming here and letting that pain, that suffering enter my arm? I don't know. And then a friend of mine, hi Kevin, told me he had a guided visit of this place. And they told him this is the place where the Christ was, but this is a piece. It's not the place, but it's the column where he was attached and where he was whipped. And now that column is there. And when he told me and he showed me the photo, I was like, my God, I've been touching this forever. Like, why? And if you've watched my Magdalene series, you can see how I'm connected and like deep in my heart connected to Christ and to the story and how it's been a part of my life and childhood. But knowing that I've actually been tapping into his suffering, the Christ consciousness, his devotion, his choice to be crucified, his offering to humanity and being there. And again, I'm using those words, but the message is going to be different for anyone, and I'm not adding a dogma to any of those videos. I mean, you choose, and nothing is the truth, you know, it's multidimensional. And just knowing that I've been there and I've been feeling that led me to come back today and to actually meet that column, being like, hey, I see you, I know you, now I know, I felt you, I got you, but now I also know. And I just connected. I kept coming back during the morning and filming it, because filming in a way it grounds me, because when I'm here, when I'm in those places, you can see it in my eyes. I'm channeling hardcore. It's intense. My heart is and it's difficult to be a functioning human in public in those places sometimes. So taking you here, filming, grounds me in a way. And it still allows me to fully download it and serve it to you. So I sat there the minute I was fully alone, and I have some light language for you. So I hope that you allow this healing to touch you in your heart, that it helps you, that it heals you, that it does something. And please share it with your friends. This is, it's not for viewers, it's not for ads or whatever. It's what I do, and I care about this. I care about people healing. This is between the heart and the throat chakra in this video. That healing is really just there. So whether you're Christian or not, there's a healing for you. Where I'm not Christian, I'm not. I'm just visiting the places, touching the energy, giving it to you. So if you're receiving it, if you value it, share it with others. Maybe they will value it too. Maybe it will help your loved ones, your friends, your family. Maybe something will unlock and you'll have a beautiful conversation. I hope it helps. Thank you.